All right. Happy Friday, friends. We made it to another one, which is nice. I actually feel really happy. I was realizing again this morning how sitting down and doing this, listening to music, going through lyrics, helps relax me. I didn't realize until this morning that apparently I've been kind of stressed out this week. It's been a busy week. Had to go to Southern California for a wedding. That was fun, but it's 6 hours to drive there, 6 hours to drive back, traffic, hotel room, all that kind of stuff, right? And then work, of course, and then there's stuff coming up with the house soon. It's just a lot happening. Oh, and then yesterday I was freaking myself out watching these videos of the VO3, the new Google AI video thing. Oh my God, it's here. No longer is it. It's gonna be here soon. This basically real to life AI video. No, it's here. It's now here. So that's cool. That's cool. But I remembered, I was feeling all this shit, and then as I sat down, okay, I can clear my head, can focus on some music, and just relax a bit. And this really does help me relax. Doing the doubleheader, we got Streetz and Conductor Williams with Trainspotting. After this, I'm going to do the Overcast album, While the Iron is Hot, I believe. So both of these artists are new to me. Streetz has been mentioned before. Kiss the Ring, specifically, is the album people have brought up. I believe Conductor Williams produced for that as well. I did a quick refresher on Conductor Williams. I was chatting with somebody about him recently. He did some production on the new Billy Woods album that I won't mention the name of because I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say that word. It's a sensitive word, potential slur adjacent, whatever you want to call it. Star 87 was the track. And then what else did I hear from him? I just looked at it. Oh, he did a couple tracks off of Pray for Paris, I think. But Conductor Williams has done a lot of producing. I did a little bit of a refresher on him, just kind of scrolling through his stats, essentially. Like, he's produced for a lot of guys. Drake, J. Cole, Billy Woods, obviously. Streetz, obviously. I think Kiss the Ring he did. I think I already mentioned that. But basically, Streetz, new artist to me. Conductor Williams, slightly familiar with, but I've never really sat down with an album that he's produced top to bottom, which I believe is the case here. I actually have not reviewed that to see. Yeah, I think so. I think he's done them all. Yeah. Okay. So, new release. This came out today. 14 tracks, 34 minutes essentially. I did a little bit of reading on Streetz just here on Genius. Apparently he was born in London, moved to New York when he was an infant. Was kind of getting into some rough situations, so they moved back to London. His parents trying to keep him out of trouble, apparently. And I guess he likes to do a lot of like freestyle battles, like out on the streets. So just like going from place to place, doing rap battles and shit. That's kind of cool. But yeah, completely new. New album, new artist, slightly familiar with the producer. But let's jump in. It's called Trainspotting. The cover is really kind of interesting. It's hard to tell. It might be hard to tell on your screen, but there is an eyeball in the middle of that. And I think all of these like shapes that are jutting in like knives, like blades, are train cars. It kind of reminds me of the cover of Manger on McNichols. Was that it? The white cover where it's got the weird spiral thing around the eye. I think that was the cover for that album. I think that was the album. I go through a lot of music. I have to admit, it's true. I've got to the point where I've forgotten shit I've listened to because I listen to so much music. And there's so much I can't go back to all of it. It's kind of sad. I mean, I still have the experience. I still enjoy listening to it. But yeah, if 6 months go by and I haven't touched it again, it's like, oh yeah, I kind of forgot about that album. Anyway, let's drop in. First track called Andre Agassi. Oh, one other thing. I was going to look at the track notes or the titles. Andre Agassi, MASH, Ricky Bobby, Died 1,000 Times, Connie's Revenge, Joe Pesci. Like, interesting titles. Lots of references already happening. Trainspotting. I don't think this will have anything to do with the album, but Trainspotting is a movie starring Ewan McGregor, however you pronounce his name. The guy who played Obi-Wan in Star Wars. Way younger. That whole movie I think it's set in like Ireland or Scotland. I can't remember. But it's all heroin addicts, and it is a fucking wild movie. It's honestly, it makes me uncomfortable to watch it. So if you've never seen Trainspotting, and with him being from the UK, actually, this kind of makes sense. I didn't even link that up in my brain. I would have. He has to have seen Trainspotting. Incredible movie, but very uncomfortable. Pretty intense, honestly. Especially some of the stuff with the heroin is like. So I wonder if that's going to sneak in here. Who knows? Who knows? Anyway, lots of blabbing. Let's get into it. Track one's called Andre Agassi, who was a tennis guy. And then he did the commercials for the camera company, I believe. I believe that was him. I can't remember. Track one, Andre Agassi. Here we go. Conductor Williams, of course.
Conductor.
Huh.
Light up your favorite, turn him to a pack of rapper weed. On his court, I serve niggas, I'm Andre Agassi. My songs hit the net, it's in advanced class and mastery. Started off all for the love, but now this shit is math to me. Money to be a god, but I was nothing but a bastard seed who blew past all of them crabs you gassed as at least. They stools under my feet, God made them stepping stones. I'm one of the best, I'm bringing these niggas death all on the metronome. They bring a check to Rome. I remember when I had the Megastone, dancing with the devil in the terror dome.
That little guitar there is fucking perfect.
Now I'm the prize and all these old eyes, them dog bitches trying to get a bone. Tribulations of this life is what I had to see, escaped it narrowly.
Love
now
low.
we're running up a bag in Greece.
You're a real show that you're known for while you're here, and just be you. So I did, because people were standing up and they wasn't leaving.
Dude, that was 90 seconds of fucking awesome right there. That was all. It's tough because, it's not just like that. The track's over. I really want to say I feel like I recognize the guitar sound and the production. Like I want to think it's a sample, but I don't really think so. Not to say it's not a sample, but if it is a sample, I'll first listen. I don't recognize where it's from, but I like it. I've always really enjoyed guitar where it's just got like a little bit of distortion, because distortion you can do a lot of different ways, right? Distortion, you can just push a shit ton of sound and blow the sound out, and that's a bunch of distortion. And actually, I might not even be getting my terms right. I forget what reverb is. That's another like thing you can do with guitar sound. But I love the guitar when it's not like a crisp, clean sound, and it's not loud and thrashing. It's just kind of like this rough, coarse sound on top of a play style that's chilled out. It gives it a very gritty feel. Love it. That was great sound. I didn't hear a fucking word Rome said. Well, that's not entirely true, but trying to take in everything in 90 seconds before it's over was pretty tough. This track gets a heart. Let's God, I want to like listen to it again. We're gonna listen to it. Can we listen to it again? I've never done that before. I've never listened to a full song from beginning to end. Can we? I think. Well, no, we won't. You guys can always go back, I suppose, or you can listen to your own time. But let's see what he's got to say. Light up your favorite. Turn to a pack of rapper weed. On this court, I serve people. I'm Andre Agassi. Okay, so I was right about the tennis. My song's hit the net. It's advanced classic mastery. Started off all for the love, but now the shit is math to me. I like that. Like math to me, like it's calculations, it's figures, it's numbers. And the other thing too about math, and I don't know if he means this or not, but like it's an equation that I can solve and get the answer to. My wife loves math because there's always an answer. I like language because there's almost never an answer, or the answer is always different. It's fascinating. I mean, math is nice for the cold, hard calculation, input, output aspect. But language to me is incredible in how much it just spins and swirls and changes depending on how much you mess with it. Oh, and he says money. So he's probably just talking about making money. Way overanalyze that. That's okay. That's what I do. Grew up to be a god, but I was nothing but a bastard seed who blew past all them crabs you gassed as lease. They stooped under my feet. God made them stepping stones. I'm one of the best. I'm bringing these people death all on the metronome. They bring a check to Rome. I remember when I had to measure stones. When Dimension stones, I don't know. Dancing with the devil in the Terror Dome, plotting, try and bring treasure home. Now I'm appraising all these hoes' eyes and dog bitches trying to get a bone. What a great fucking line. What a great line. I'm appraising all these hoes' eyes. Them dog bitches trying to get a bone. That's a killer line. Trying to stare into people's souls, basically, right? The window of their soul, trying to assess what it is they're trying to get. If they're fucking just trying to get his money or what, you know? That was a killer line. Only thing she get is left alone. I'm rolling stone to the chromosome. Cool track. Fuck, I already want to listen to that one again. Let's move on to track 2. I don't want to spend... I'm trying to do a double header because both these albums are shorter, but if I spend 3 hours talking... I don't achieve my goal of 2 albums in one day. So track 2 is called MASH. MASH was a TV show way back in the day. I forget what MASH stands for, but if you're not familiar with the show, it was basically this mobile hospital unit that was in the Korean War. And so you followed the lives of the doctors, the surgeons, the nurses that were in this mobile hospital during the Korean War. That was it. And my wife is a huge fan of the show. She's read the book several times. I'm not as familiar. I know some of the characters, but that's about it. All right, here we go. Track 2, MASH. And again, Conductor Williams producing.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem.
There's a helicopter. So that was a prominent aspect of the show as well. The helicopters coming.
When my pockets is broke, I had dreams of getting dollars like the Rockefellers. Turn a Metro card to a red drop Carrera. School cool, but really you learn a lot from errors. A fool waste time thinking that he got forever. The grind was rock, now it's guap for the acapella. Switch the plot before us, pull out the Glock endeavors. 5 pounds, the trigger don't take lots of pressure. Live rounds, you and your niggas get popped together. Spin your top, this chopper don't got no propeller. Burn you like a ghost pepper. His arms too short to land something. You either starving or you hunting, hustling, and trying to scam something. You fell quick, you ain't stand for nothing. Get
like the production's getting like
black man,
fucking
miles of running.
screwed on a bit right here, like blurred out.
You either starving or you hunting, hustling, and trying to scam something. You fell quick, you ain't stand for nothing. Saw God in my darkest hour, thought I never had religion. A hard had to learn when he on the path to listen. I only came here to earn and stack massive chicken. Push a foreign and talk fly, and put the mash on you niggas like Klinger and Hawkeye.
Fucking A. And this is relentless too. Like I feel like an asshole for pausing between tracks because this is track 1 just running to track 2. 2's going right into track 3. I'm stepping all over these transitions. And more specifically, the fucking energy that Rome is pushing through this. Holy shit. First track was 90 seconds of just go. Right into track 2, go. This is, yeah. Yes. Yes, I am absolutely A-okay with this. Yes. I'm glad I sat down with this. No wonder people talk about probably going to listen to Kiss the Ring. Holy shit. My pockets was broke. I had dreams of getting dollars like the Rockefellers. Turned a Metro card to a red drop Carrera. That's a nice conversion right there. If you could turn your fucking Subway card into a fucking sports car. School cool, but really you learn a lot from errors. Absolutely 100% true. Which is why I try to say over and over and over again, you have to put yourself out there. You have to do things. You have to take chances in life. You have to make mistakes. Because you will make mistakes. But then you learn. You learn from them. You learn from them. Hopefully. Please learn from your mistakes. Also, another trick you can do is learn from other people's mistakes. You can watch them and go, ooh, shouldn't have done that. Like fail videos. I love fail videos. And so many times I just go, why in the world do they do that in the kitchen with all that fire? Not a good idea. Followed by another incredible line. A fool wastes time thinking that he got forever. Fucking god damn it. This line is painfully true. I feel like right now my most precious resource is time. I don't have enough time. At the same time, however, it is important to not run yourself ragged and burn yourself out. So while time is precious, it is not wasting time to rest. Rest is not wasted time. It is rest. We all have to rest, recover, recuperate. So don't mix those two things up. Sometimes people mix that up, I feel like. The grind was rock, now it's guap for the acapella, which is fucking great because it's money for him and his voice. Switch the plot with floors, plot the Glock endeavors, 5 pounds of trigger, don't take lots of pressure. Live rounds, you and your people get popped together, spin your tops, chopper ain't got no propeller. Burn you like a ghost pepper. I love this line too. I learned to keep my mouth closed. People never know my next move. There's a lot of value in a little bit of silence. Especially these days, I feel like, and maybe this has always been the case, but online, social media, of course, just amplifies these things, but I feel like people are so eager to share their opinion. You'd be surprised at how sought after your opinion becomes when you don't give it away freely. So if you care about other people caring what you have to say, don't just say shit all the time. Say it when you feel it's actually important. Say it at a time when you think there's going to be value. And then other times, just don't. If you don't feel like those two things are going to align, don't say anything. You don't need to. It hurt their soul when they weigh less. Unsuccessful. It was interesting because it said unsuccessful. And he's like breaking it apart unsuccessfully. And then he rhymes with the word, call it cesspool. You trash people should make one group, call it cesspool. A couple peers I respect, the rest food. Win or lose, play the game, they ain't make it fair. You held back by your fears, they ain't think I could take it there. Now in a week I could clear what you make in a year. What's with the chorus? Let's get to the chorus. Because I felt like with the chorus, and I think I was wrong, but it sounded like the production started getting really like, I said screwed, but I didn't mean screwed. That's a specific sound. It's more like if you could take a record and like heat it up so the wax is getting softer, but it could still spin and the needle could still go through the groove, but it's kind of just got this like this stretchy sound. It felt like the chorus was doing that, but I was so focused on the sound I didn't hear what he said. So here's what he's saying. His arm's too short to land something. You're either starving or you're hunting, hustling, or trying to scam something. You fell quick. You ain't stand for nothing. Get money was the plans. Black man, 100 miles and running. Interesting. Successes don't come to the comfortable. Got to scrape your knuckles. The jungle will never comfort you. Your actions speak louder. Don't say what the fuck you're going to do. This is huge. This is huge. This is something I've been trying to do. Stop talking about the things I'm gonna do, the things I want to do, the things I'm gonna start doing. That's pointless. That's hot air. Why say those things? Go do them. Go do them. Because for me specifically, personally, I have come to understand that the way my mind works is if I say these things out loud before I start doing them, I'm like telling myself and convincing myself. And in a way, I feel like, okay, so I've already started doing that. No, I haven't done shit. I'm basically tricking myself into thinking I've done it so I don't have to do it. No, you got to go do it. You got to go do it. Saying it doesn't mean shit. A lot of people got dreams they don't see coming true. Got to have vision. I saw God in my darkest hour. Thought I never had religion. That's a really interesting line. Would love to know more. A hard head to learn when he on the path to listen. Fuck, dude, this guy is spitting some fucking truth. Holy shit. All right, we're 2 for 2. Well, let me put a heart here. Let me back up. I'm going to get back into MASH. And what I'm going to do here, since I'm fucking up these transitions, we're going to run in from like the last 15 seconds, 10 seconds of MASH into track 3, which is called Runny Nose. Conductor Williams, David Emanuel, and Napes are producing on this one. So we'll roll from MASH into track 3, Runny Nose.
I never had religion. A hard head to learn when he on the path to listen. Only came here to earn and stack massive chicken. Push a foreign and talk fly and put the mash on you niggas like Klinger and Hawkeye.
Great. Roll right into the next track.
Conductor, we have a problem.
These are all pretty short tracks, too. Only a couple at 3 minutes.
Bonjour. Now we out in France, eating French toast, belt stab trench coat, pedal to the floor, hold the AMG Benz float, Cartier lenses, Dior on my 10 toes, from the dirt I rose, plenty M's is the end goal. I made apes hold, turn hoes to a money roll, double dough, the hustle left the cutties with a runny nose. I dealt with buyers and suppliers, seen the powder turn into a solid with the Pyrex on the fire, been the flyers, ghetto Myers on my dick like I'm bread fires. She masturbate to my flyers, she admire. The devil can't stay inside the eye of the Messiah. Keep him in the hole, he never rise higher.
Finally, like settling into Rome's kind of vocal style a little bit. And I want to say more. I feel required to say more since I paused it and fucked up the verse. But really, I feel like I'm finally starting to hear him a bit. Not that he wasn't hard to hear before, but like I'm finally starting to like click with his style some, which is... That's all I have to say. So that was a very pointless pause on my part. My bad.
I'm on a paper chase.
Interesting production again,
I'm out
too,
to
man.
touch plaques that say platinum plus.
Like
your favorite rappers a pack. I roll them up and puff. Do you dirty like John Cuff? I come from a line of hustlers that probably sold your mom's stuff. Lil powder, pebble for a 50, pill for a dub. Now my face on channel 60. Left the game, ain't look back. Don't care if it missed me. Millions in my future, serving fiends in my history. Fuck you niggas on the scene, your CD, your frisbee. You and your sneakers on lean, watch me style in misery.
That don't signify much.
I wonder what that's from. And then it rolls right into track 4. God damn, this is great.
Conductor, we have a problem.
Something I noticed too with Conductor Williams as I try and kind of expand my ear to his work. I went back and listened to a track on Pray for Paris that he did. Star 87 was the song off of the Billy Woods album. And he does have this quality, at least the songs I've heard so far, which is not that many, honestly. He's got this blurry sound style that he does. Obviously, you can hear it in this track here, Runny Nose. But it's very different. It's very different. It makes me very curious as to what kind of inspires that style of sound from a creation standpoint. Also, I think, I'm not positive, haven't paid super close attention, but I do believe we have not heard a lick of drums yet. Is that true? I think that's true. I think that's true. Not a single clack of the drum. Peculiar. Peculiar. Let's go through some lyrics. Runny Nose. He's kind of bragging a little bit here. There was... Where was it? There was something they... She masturbate to my flyers. She admired. This line stood out to me. The devil can't stand inside the eye of the Messiah. Keep him in a hole and never raise higher. Finessing you was the goal. You sold your soul to the Pied Piper. Should I touch, turn to gold. I'm a primetime rhyme writer. The devil can't stand inside the eye of the Messiah. Now, I go back to the cover. Because there's the eye. And there's all these train cars that are basically pointed at the eye like a spiral of daggers or something. It kind of almost reminds me of, if you guys ever get a chance, Google search like, what is it? Basically, like visually correct depictions of angels. Like, there's images of, we all know what angels look like, right? The creatures with the wings and everything like that. But if you actually like get into the descriptions of how they're described, if you look up the images of these, accurately depicted angels or something like that, it's wildly different. Very, very different. I almost think of that. But it's been a while since I've seen the pictures too, so I'm probably just pulling shit out of my ass right now. The devil can't stand in the eye of the Messiah. What does that mean though? Like within the sight of God? Evil cannot stand within the sight of God, like it can't exist within the sight of God. But then what does that mean? If that's true, if I've got that right. I don't know. Fascinating though. Out for the profit, got brocklet pockets. I don't know what the fuck that means. Fully invested in the product and the process. You not this. Fly obnoxious to the top. Rose a couple of notches. King like Nas in 96. You're a novice. I like this too because from what I understand with all of his street rapping and street battles and all that kind of shit, I feel like he's just cracking off one of those right here. Your drops will never be as hot as my shit. Elevated from get my re-up out of mailboxes. Plenty hand-to-hand sales. Now I'm globetrotting. I did read that apparently his physical sales for his albums always sell out. Now, I don't know what that means necessarily in terms of numbers because, you know, if you only make 10 copies, then you sell 10 copies. Like, yes, you technically sold out all of your copies, but that's not necessarily impressive, right? So who knows? Who knows? Had to find a way for you bum-ass people, Cabo, ain't got the time of day, the money coming fast, pronto, andale. Love the word andale. Andale, it's just fun to say. Fun to crack that one off. I'm out to touch plaques that say Platinum Plus. Your favorite rapper's a pack. I roll them up and puff. Do you dirty like John Cuff. Don't know who that is. Came from a line of hustlers that probably sold your mom's stuff. Little powder, pebble for a 50, pill for a dub. Now my face on channel 60. Left the game, ain't looked back. Don't care if it missed me. Millions in my future, serving fiends in my history. Fuck you people on the scene. Your CD, a frisbee. I would love to know what these samples are from. This outro, way down in the jungle deep, the badass lion stepped on the signifying monkeys. And there was an outro too on the first track. Probably not the same reference. Anyway, let's... This is good shit, man. I'm all like enthralled right now. Forgetting to check the likes next to the tracks and all this other shit. Track 4 is Ricky Bobby. Conductor Williams producing. Let's just drop right into it. Let's keep this shit rolling, man. Oh, there's some drum beats. Maybe there have been drum beats.
Conductor, we have a
I don't know.
Hey, yo, get the empty capsules out the cabinet. Scale over there. Yo, I had 18 O's in my top drawer. Pocket full of dough. Cutties calling my phone.
Even this has got like that blurry, watery sound quality to it.
Ben's no keys before it was a full contour. Used to serve him out the window. Pills had him rolling like Snoop Dogg in a 6-4. Now my shit hitting like Vladimir Klitschko. I been that nigga, your mother's sister, and bitch no Supreme box logo. Stops begging for photos. My leather coat, Yamamoto, dripping like Soul Glow. Push-ups on the cell floor, counting the days to go home. Now they snap my picture like paparazzi. Whip the Maserati like
Whip the
Ricky
Maserati like Ricky Bobby.
Blicky Bobby. Keep it on me like ID.
Oh, that's great.
Games in
That's
my
fucking
veins
great.
like fluid out the IV. Your favorite rapper just a
Oh,
body.
fucking Method Man.
They're hearing footsteps in the dark like the eyes lease. If you was me and I was you, I wouldn't try me. It's an art of folding paper, origami, not a paper chaser. Spinning paper made off of pine. I got time today, might write a rhyme today. The way I rhyme, perfect time to make a rapper rhyme and throw his rhymes away. I ain't the kind of build some kind of weight, this ain't that kind of play. Catch it straight, you a body, hey, don't be somebody pray. Chef souffle, yeah,
Fucking
that's
A,
Bobby
man.
Ray. Could beat Bobby Flay, Johnny Blaze, and roam streets. Bosses, we own beats. In fact, that Johnny Blaze, if you ever roam on the wrong street.
Hell yeah. Fucking Method Man. That's kind of a hard break right there.
So you're more.
I wonder if that was not supposed to be that way. I would not be surprised if that is some sort of like weird Spotify thing right there. I would not be surprised, or if like the way the tracks got cut, if somebody left like 3/4 of a second of blank somewhere on accident, not realizing. I think it was kind of on the front end of Blood and Boogers here. Let's see. Yeah, it's on the front end of Blood and Boogers. There's that gap of space. I wonder if they know it's there. And I really wonder if they intend it to be there, because I feel like it's not supposed to be there. And I feel like that would be an easy thing to miss. Oh, shit. How'd this 3/4 of a second blank spot get on the front of the track? Because you're not really going to notice that unless you're really looking for it. And the way these other tracks have transitioned, I feel like that might be a mistake. Who knows? Who knows? I mention it because I noticed it, because so far it's just been bam, 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 right into each track that follows, which I love. So that stands out to me, that little gap. Method Man fucking putting in some work there, in my opinion. Yeah. They're hearing footsteps in the dark like alleys. If you was me and I was you, I wouldn't try me. It's an art to fold in paper, origami, not a paper chaser. Spending paper made off a Ponzi. I got time today, might write a rhyme today. The way I rhyme, perfect time to make a rapper rhyme and throw his rhymes away. Ain't the kind that feels some kind of way. This ain't that kind of play. But this kind of pay could feed a child with just a dime a day. I mean, the timeline in every line is not a line, and so I line him like he Frankie Lyman. I don't know who that is. Blowing lines of yay. My consent is your consignment. The assignment is obey. Can you do this while I'm rhyming? Call me Simon when I say. Simon says. So Simon Says is that pattern repeating game. Dude, Method Man. Method Man. There was a thing about Ricky Bobby up here too. Where was it? Was it the chorus? Hoping God got me, sidestepping the law, sold it all hard to Roxy. I don't know what Roxy is. Now they snap my picture like paparazzi, whip the Maserati like Ricky Bobby. Love that shit. So Ricky Bobby, for those of you who don't know, is the main character off the movie Talladega Nights. It's Will Ferrell. He's a NASCAR racer, driver guy. It's a comedy. It's great. So picturing Ricky Bobby spinning the Maserati around. Perfect image. Perfect image. Now we overseas French host telling me bonjour. Ben's no keys before the Ford Contour. Used to serve him out the window. Pills had him rolling like Snoop Dogg in the 6'4". I wish I knew more Snoop Dogg's music. I could probably pick up that reference better. I don't know who this guy is. I have no idea. Vladimir Klitschko? No idea. I've been that person your mother, sister, and bitch know. That was fucking well said. Well done. Good, quick shit-talking line right there. Supreme Box logos, thoughts begging for photos, my leather coat, Yamamoto, dripping like Soul Glow. I don't know any of these references. Push-ups on the south. This was interesting. Push-up on the south floor, counting the days to go home. 6 million ways to get paid. I need all dough. So I don't know if he's done any prison time, but counting the days to go home. So I was in the Navy, did 2 deployments, and on an aircraft carrier out in the ocean for fucking months and months and months. And we used to write down how many, not days until we went home, but we used to write down our days until we got out, which is kind of the same thing, I suppose. Getting out of the military is essentially going home. And I remember, when I first got there onto the ship, I still had like 4.5 years left. And so my day count was over 1,000. And I remember like getting into the triple digits. Oh shit. Getting into the 900s, getting down into the 700s, into the 400s. Of course, 365, a big milestone. I remember my hat. I had a hat and I had all the months written like in the 3-letter versions. So I had all the months that I had left on the inside of the bill of my hat, and I would scratch them out as I got closer and closer. Good times. Not really, but good times now that they're over. Good shit. Let's keep going, man. Let's fucking keep going. Track 5 is called Blood and His Boogers. Conductor Williams and Napes are producing. Let's drop in track 5. Ricky, so far we're 4 from 4. I'm enjoying this shit. This is a great album. Oh shit, I fucked that up. Let me start over. Here we go, track 5.
So you're more likely to engage in behaviors that you wouldn't otherwise do. Your executive functioning gets compromised.
Hey yo, like D'Angelo, I came up off brown sugars, getting booger
I haven't heard Brown
so
Sugar
much
yet.
as blood in his boogers. She live for onlookers, IG holds his low class hookers like hot sauce. I shook your empty square where your rook was. I'm somebody you need to know if you ever took drugs. All I ever needed was a good plug. I got the rest. All these lames put words together, but I'm not impressed. Rule cipher master equality box the Baphomet. The body drops soon as I chop the neck. Fuck who rockin' next. Stuffing big knots and $1,000 sweats. Stacks of Benjamin, some more the rich folks that smoke gear. The Marnie Cole mohair, been the gold is so clear. You drop tape after tape, but you ain't going nowhere. I shine brightest, leader of the fighters like King Leonidas. Dollar signs in my iris. The shot you niggas take don't affect me in the slightest. I use the venom from the snake to write this, nigga.
I used the venom from the snake to write this. That's pretty fucking cool. Finally gonna complete my comment about his style, about Rome's style. You can tell, basically, in my opinion, you can tell this guy does a lot of more or less freestyling. The way he sounds, the way his flow is being executed, to me, it sounds like a guy who it's almost like a juggler. It's a juggler, right? I've got I've got these are the words that are lining up in my brain, and then as they come back around, I spit them out. And with juggling, there's always just like that constant motion, the constant. So that his flow is kind of like that, and that's not bad. It's not. I mean, flow is an interesting thing because I think it's important to have variety in flow, but it all depends on how it's executed as well. One of my favorite like current rappers right now is Jid. I think Jid, man, that guy can fucking rap. And a lot of what Jid does that I love is just variation. He'll speed it up, he'll slow it down, he'll pop off, he'll chill out. A lot of movement in the flow, and I love that. But this shit's cool because it's got this like relentless pressure to it. And when I think about street rap battles, things that I've never been aware or around for. I've never seen one like firsthand like that. So I'm just really talking out my ass right here. I'm trying to, I suppose, guess. But when I think about like a street rap battle or just a rap battle in general, these freestyle things where the idea is to crush your competition. You want that relentless pressure that just bam, 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 bam. It just never fucking stops. It's almost like it's like a boxing match where you just keep fucking laying it, just bam, 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 bam. And so all they can do is block. And when they block here, you're down there. And when you block there, they're up here. It's just relentless. That's how this feels. But what's cool about the relentless element of it is it's not strained. It's not tired. And that's what makes it feel even more relentless. That's what's so cool about it. So that's why I'm finally like processing and hearing from Rome's style. It's just this. It's almost like a boxer, just constantly tapping around on his feet, just pop, 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 but easy. And that's such a key element to rapping. Every now and then I'll get some messages from people who are trying to start out and they want some feedback, and I'll listen to it. And the two biggest issues I hear are a lack of confidence in their vocals. They're not really like pushing with their vocals. And in some guys I hear they're trying so hard to like be good that you can hear them struggle, and it ruins the whole thing. It has to sound easy. And that's the hard part. Is it making it sound easy, right? That's the hard part for anything, is making it sound easy, making it look easy. Good shit. I don't even know what the fuck I was talking about. Like, did I talk about lyrics? I don't think so. I'm having so much fun. Let's finish this one up and we'll look at lyrics.
I got the juice like Q on the roof. Niggas believe too many lies, I'm in pursuit of the truth. It be hitting in front of your eyes, you either lost or you in the loop. You either one of them or one of us. Only in God I ever trust. I heard the devil gave the angel dust. You know the game aim to turn a minus to a plus. Since a minor, my mind been on running it up. I'm in a different league, you niggas is stuck in a rut. Washed up, covered in rust. I'm out here looking gorgeous. In rare form, my name stay on your broad lips. Paid to talk shit in the past life, I was lawless.
Timetable direction. If I'm facing north or east by timetable direction, and you're looking out, if you're in Edgemont, South Dakota, where they have sometimes 7 and 8 main tracks.
You're talking about like train stations or some shit? Like train lines? I have no idea. I think so. Timetabled, main lines. Another thing about Rome and his style, his flow, is it sounds like he's recording this from top to bottom. Another thing I hear sometimes, even with some of these bigger artists, is I can tell, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but you can tell it sounds like they're recording one line at a time. One line at a time. And I don't like it when they do that. And I can understand the idea, I suppose, if you're trying to do that relentlessness, that just constant fucking. But when you are recording in a way that your vocals, the end overlaps with the beginning of the next line, to me it makes it obvious that you're recording line by line. And the first thing I think of is, well, what are you going to sound like live? Can you even do this live? Rome can do this live. I guarantee it. There's no question in my mind. Some of these other guys, I don't know. And maybe if they do, is it going to sound like shit? Are they going to sound like they're struggling, which then ruins the whole thing? This is good shit. This is good shit. Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Let's look at some lyrics here. Like D'Angelo, I came up off Brown Sugar. I need to hear that album, Brown Sugar. Get more of the Cuddy sniff so much, his blood and his boogers. She live for onlookers. IG hoes is low class hookers. Like hot sauce, I shook ya. Empty square where your rook was. Empty square where your rook was. So like a chess move, right? Like taking somebody's piece. I'm somebody you need to know if you ever took drugs. All I ever needed was a good plug. I got the rest. All these lames put work together, but I'm not impressed. Rule cipher, master equality. And the lyrics are questioned there. The body drop as soon as I chop the neck. Fuck who rockin' next. Stuffing big knots and $1,000 sweat. Is big knots like wads of cash or something? That would be funny. Be wearing $1,000 sweatpants and then you're stuffing all this money in your pocket. And obviously when you're wearing sweatpants, what's in your pockets is easy to see. Narcotic proceeds, trying to stay low and out of the pokey. That's got to be slang for prison, right? The pokey, I suppose. Got sins on my soul. That's how I broke the rosary, which is like the religious. It's not a necklace. It's like a bracelet or something like that. It's kind of like a long bracelet. I don't even remember what the fuck. I don't even know how to describe it. It's like a necklace, but they don't. Do they wear it? I don't. Obviously, I'm not that well informed about the rosary. I'm not Catholic, so I don't know. I've always, like, from what I've seen in horror movies when they're fucking around with it, right? When all the bad things are happening. Took off with Tudor toes when Officer Raymond tried to approach me. What is Tudor toes? Like, quickly? I don't know. I love that, though. Tudor toes. Switch to play. Now I'm Euro stepping like Ginobili. I don't know who that is. You know me, the homie with special shit. Found my way when the path wasn't lit. I'm a pioneer. I loved this little rhyming structure right here. I'm a pioneer. People think we're eye to eye, but nah, I'm on a higher tier. I expire peers. Hoes admire. I'm the guy with the flair. Started out with the circle and went to buying squares. I don't know what that means. There was a game where you would buy squares, like a game show. And circles and squares. That's probably a reference to the game show, Circles and Squares. It was the tic-tac-toe one with the celebrities and shit. I can't remember what it was called, but you could like buy a square. Anyway. I shine brightest, leader of the fighters like King Leonidas, dollar signs in my iris. The shots you people take don't affect me in the slightest. I use the venom from the snake to write this. I fucking love that. Love that. Love that. Too many lies be hidden in front of your eyes. Here we go. People believe too many lies. I'm in pursuit of the truth. It be hidden in front of your eyes. You either lost or you're in the loop. You're either one of them. You're either one of them or one of us. Only in God I ever trust. I heard the devil gave the angel dust. Good little play on words there with the devil and angel dust and drugs and all that kind of shit. You know the game aimed to turn a minus to a plus. It's a minor. My mind been running it up. Or been on running it up. I'm in a different league. You people stuck in a rut. Washed up. Covered in rust. I'm out here looking gorgeous. Let's keep going. These are fucking banger tracks, man. Banger tracks. Rule 4080 is the next one. This is track 6. I think this is a single that got released because it's got some play numbers on it. Conductor Williams producing. Let me back it up because it dropped in already. All right, here we go. Track 6, Rule 4080.
Hey yo, slave to the game, contract whip a chain. Own your name, what you want, big dough with a change. Fuck the fame, the fortune is more important. These niggas signing their life away with no lawyer. Record execs really ain't for you. Too many hands in your pocket before you profit. On your quest to be poppin', be smart, don't settle for a stupid option. You the talent they need, you who they watching. A&Rs pushing luxury cars, out here frontin' like they the star with they whole arm in your cookie jar. Taking a bigger piece of your pie than you are. Jerk for your pub cause you didn't read the nuance. Rob you for your socks while you still got your shoe on. Getting nothing but pennies for your thoughts, but you on. So fuck clout, bro, it's dough to making business. You don't get what you deserve, son, you get what you negotiate. Back in the days,
shit, man. Holy shit. What a fucking verse. Right there.
Pennies for your thoughts, pop these pills for pain. Now you dumb, deaf, and numb, sign over your name. Back in the days, we were slaves.
Holy shit,
whips
this
and
is
chains.
fucking
Fast
absolute
forward,
banger
they sell
right
it
here.
sold for whips and chains. I need my cake on time and not a minute late. It's designed
This
to
is
keep
great.
you in debt
This
and
is
never
fucking great.
elevate. Better stay wise and
I kinda like the
analyze.
production
Gotta
too,
use
this,
your
like,
eyes.
these
The
lighter
trick
notes that are
guards
coming
the
in.
devil to try to use disguise. Acting like your best friend, granting all your wishes. Trying to get you to sell your soul for minor riches. Shit is vicious when dealing with crooks. You wanna hide something from one of these niggas? Put it in a book.
Damn, conductor, where'd you find this?
That was a fucking absolute banger.
The robots, they're
So that's died 1,000 times. So, those of you who've watched the channel, you've heard me rant and rave about bullshit lyrics and say something interesting, and you know I'm tired of all of it. You guys know. I don't have to rehash. You guys know. And every now and then the question is asked, well, what the heck? What should they rap about, Bob? I mean, what do you want them to hear him say? This is how you do it. Right here. This is how you do it. And like, look, yes, obviously I'm biased because I have negative opinions about the fucking record industry, and I have very strong opinions that the artists are getting screwed over. Like the Spotify guy is a multi-billionaire. That's total fucking bullshit. He should not be a billionaire in the slightest. Not even close. The artists should be making the money, but that's never how it works because they fuck people over. Oh my God, dude. Verse 1. Slave to the game, contract, whip or chain. Own your name, what you want. Big dough or the change. Fuck the fame. The fortune is more important. These people signing their life away with no lawyer. Record execs really ain't for you. Too many hands in your pocket before you profit. On your quest to be poppin', be smart. Don't settle for a stupid option. You the talent. They need you. You who they watching. A&R's pushing luxury cars out here fronting like they're the star while their whole arm in your cookie jar. Taking a bigger piece of your pie than you are. Jerks for your pub because you didn't read the nuance. Rob you for your socks while you still got your shoe on. I mean, fucking fire. This is fucking amazing. Get nothing but pennies for your thoughts, but you on. So fuck clout, bro. It's dough to make in business. You get what you deserve, son. You don't get what you deserve, son. You get what you negotiate. God damn, dude. Love it. And what's great about it is, I'm sure it's true, but he breaks down in just a fucking excellent way. He breaks down how the trick is played. And how the trick is played is your fucking desire for fame. Stroking the ego. Oh, we'll make you a big star. Everyone will know your songs and all the... And like, I don't understand why people want that. I don't understand the desire for fame at all. Fame sounds like a fucking nightmare. If the option is money or fame, I don't even know how there's a choice. Who the fuck wants fame? When you have money, and then you can just go do whatever the fuck you want. But then when you're famous, you can't do anything. You just get harassed wherever you go. Anyway. But I love how he's saying all this shit that's just fucking awesome. But there's also like implied, there's a second level of how people get fucking tricked. They just shine a bunch of flashy shit in front of your face. You don't read the contract. You don't have a lawyer. They make all these fucking promises to stroke your ego. And now you're screwed. Now you're screwed. Back in the days, we was slaves, whips and chains. Fast forward, they sell their soul for whips and chains. Pennies for your thoughts. Pop these pills for pain. Now you dumb, deaf, and numb. Signed over your name. Back in the day, there you go. So it just repeats. I mean, brilliant. And I care about this. Like, this is one thing. There's aspects of hip hop culture that I don't agree with. I don't. And one of them is pissing away all your money on stupid shit. Now, I have heard some stuff about how, I guess one of the reasons why artists buy expensive cars and the jewelry and stuff is because you can kind of associate it with your business, and so instead of just paying an ass ton of taxes, you can like have this shit instead. But still, it's like, god damn, it's just I personally I'm like so upset. I'm trying to be reasonable. Being somebody who grew up essentially poor, I don't know if I was in poverty or not. Like I had clothes and I had food and I lived in a house. We never owned our houses. A lot of the houses were trailers, but I had shelter, I had food, I had clothing. There you go. Okay? But we didn't have a lot of money. And so it's just the idea of coming from that place and then getting to another place where I have money and then pissing it all away is fucking infuriating to me. Infuriating. I can't stand it. And people have told me, yeah, but Bob, you understand where these guys come from. They're living for the moment because they don't know if tomorrow's going to come. That's fair. I get it. But get the fuck out then. Just get out of that. Leave. You have the money. Go. Go live in fucking... I'm going to go live in Wyoming on a 100,000-acre ranch where there's no one. Fuck. Old man. I'm just full bore. Old man yells at clouds right now. Like, I can't take it. I can't take it. Like, oh, fuck. So, Rome is just, like, getting me all lit up right now. I apologize, everybody. I apologize. But he's just saying it so well. It's the game. These people will finesse you if you let them. You're a corporation. When you lock, they spell your name in big letters. When you're locked, like they own you now. But now, oh, look, your name's up in big letters. Ooh, we got you. Wonder why I do your research. It's all about self-preservation. Fuck you. I feed me first. Back in the days, I'd be a runaway slave. Fuck working for free. My destiny's to be paid. I would hide in the field and stab master in the face, go kidnap his wife, and drown that bitch in the lake. I love this line. I need my cake on time and not a minute late. Fucking pay me now. It's designed to keep you in debt and never elevate. Better stay wise and analyze. Got to use your eyes to trick the gods. The devil will try to use disguise. Acting like your best friend, granting all your wishes, trying to get you to sell your soul for minor riches. Shit is vicious with dealing with crooks. You want to hide something from one of these people? Put it in a book. That's just fierce right there. Fierce. Amazing track. Amazing track. Like, I'm keeping a list because as the year goes on, obviously end of the year, people talk about albums of the year, songs of the year. This song is going on the list of potential songs of the year. I'm gonna start doing top fives. I did top 5 last year, songs and albums. This is on the list for songs. Holy shit. And the way this album is going, too, by the way. Where are we? We're like an hour in. I've done 6 tracks. I've done like 10 minutes worth of music. Oh, shit. This is great. This is fucking great. Let's move on to track 7, which is called Died 1,000 Times, which... God, what did I just listen to? Where it came up, a coward dies 1,000 times. Because we really got into it, analyzing it. I don't remember. That's okay. All right. Conductor Williams is producing track 7, Died 1,000 Times. And we'll definitely keep the idea of a coward. Because that's heavily implied, referenced here by the title.
Kill us.
Conductor.
Oh, I fucked up the goddamn... Sorry. I keep forgetting I'm letting it run through. Here we go.
The robots, they're gonna kill us.
Conductor.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor.
Interesting beat.
Hey, yo, check. In my lifetime, need a whole lot of cash, fast cars, and luxuries. Real estate to think the real is fake, but all of them niggas is dumb to me. They don't come close 1 degree, they under me. Live from where they living fast and they dying young. Keep a handgun when they run the streets. Cold heart, black crosses on my chrome heart, dungarees. I go hard. Before this, it was dope and cars, trying to run up cheese. Oh God, I'm a sinner. All a nigga did was play the cards in front of me. Died 1,000 times in my sleep, woke up 1,000 times still. Real nigga, throw your CDs in the garbage. If it ain't gang, then I don't feel them. Niggas washed. I'm living a life I thought I'd never see. I want the money, fuck the fame, fuck the celebrity. All I did was put my foot in the footprints that was left for me. Married to the game like it's my destiny. I got no time for the cheap talking, really all about a $blue bitch. School of hard knock, graduated, went to Crown College with a scholarship. I know robbers, dealers, scammers, shooters, gangbangers on a quest to level up. Took a ride on the wild side with the guard to go and stick the devil up. I put mad work in, blood, sweat, tears, all grind, it was never luck.
He is just fucking going again, too, man. This is great.
Ever measure up. Died 1,000 times in my sleep, woke up 1,000 times, still real. Nigga, throw your CDs in the garbage if it ain't gangin', I'll fill them niggas. Wash. Fuck out here.
This shit's amazing. God damn. I love how every track just fucking drops right into the next one, man. It is relentless. That's why I think Blood and Booger, was it Blood and Boogers with that little gap at the beginning? I think that's on accident. I wonder if they'll fix that. They should fix that. I'll send an email out. I'll send an email out. Let them know. I'll let them know. I'm going to point out real quick because I caught the lyrics. So here, if you guys can see, there's a big question mark. The line before it goes, tapped in with some real hitters on the dark side, have been gang related. And then it says Nita, and it's a question mark. What he says is, neither here or there, though. Or something like that. Neither here or there, though. No love if you switch sides. We don't spare a weirdo. So that's what I caught that on that first listen, which is rare for me. That's why I pointed it out, because I'm like patting myself on the back. Good job, brain. You caught something. What I like too is, so, I went on my whole fucking rant, right, about Rule 4080. But then he drops in here, in my lifetime, need a whole lot of cash, fast cars and luxuries, real estate. They think that real is fake, but all of them is dumb to me. They don't come close 1 degree. They're under me. Live from where they're living fast and they're dying young. Keep a handgun when they run the streets. Cold heart, black crosses on my chrome heart dungarees. I go hard before this. It was dope in cars trying to run up cheese. Oh God, I'm a sinner. All the person did was play the cards in front of me. Little person, pocket full of stones, want a belt buckle with the double G. In the elevator, stayed down till they come up clean and never hated. Tapped in with some real hitters on the dark side. I've been gang related. Neither here or there, no. No love if you switch sides. We don't spare a weirdo. Knew this dough was hot. Still put my palm on the flame just to face the fear, though. Interesting. Nigga. Oh, shit. You hear that? I almost said it on accident. Almost said it. It's very tricky. Like, every now and then I'm proud of myself because I can roll around these words that I'm not supposed to say. But reading, I just read. I almost cracked that one off. I apologize. Hopefully that doesn't offend anybody. Simple mistake. People think they're in the game, but they get smoked 115 to 0. 115 to 0. Marathon, the sprint really doesn't matter. Motherfuckers ain't nowhere near, though. This is what really stands out to me. Obviously, the track called Died 1,000 Times. Died 1,000 times in my sleep. Woke up 1,000 times. Still living. So, if you come from the context of, a coward dies 1,000 deaths, I don't think we're necessarily coming from that angle, but that's what I first think of when I think of this track. But then you think of died 1,000 times in my sleep. Okay, so probably more of like a nightmare related thing. You're in this situation, you're dealing with these things, you're trying to make money, you're playing the cards that are in front of you, but you also see what's happening to people around you, have awareness of that. Obviously that's going to cause some mental strain, some trauma, nightmares. But I wonder too if part of the nightmare, fear of death, there's nothing cowardly about that. But it is a fear. And I wonder if, obviously a fear will feed into a nightmare, and nightmare is fear, inspiring and all this kind of stuff. And I really kind of wonder basically does he feel like a coward because he's having nightmares, Because we go up a couple lines prior, knew this dough was hot, still put my palm on the flame just to face the fear. So he is afraid. But I also kind of feel like hidden in here, there's this feeling of being afraid of being afraid of being a coward, not wanting to be a coward, but feeling afraid. It's an interesting little spin on it all. Because it's very natural and normal to feel fear. But there's also this negative connotation associated with cowards and fear and all that kind of stuff. So really fascinating. That line right there is very fascinating to me. Verse 2 is pretty goddamn good too. I got no time for cheap talking. Really all about a blue dollar. It said sitch, but I think this is a typo. I think this is supposed to be bitch. School of Hard Knocks graduated, went to crime college with a scholarship. I know robbers, dealers, scammers, shooters, gangbangers on a quest to level up. Took a ride on the wild side with the god that go and stick the devil up. Put mad work in, blood, sweat, tears, all grind. It was never luck. You and I don't see eye to eye. Fuck you people, never ever measure up. Hopping out of Ben's, remember when I used to move the work on a megabus, out loud to the upstate, charge a fiend double for the better stuff. They'll sell their soul for a speck of dust, so always know I should never trust. I've seen dough turn a friend foe. It's a thin line between love and lust. If I made it to the top, got a reback, pull my brother up, now a millionaire shit, lavish living, used to view the world through the trap door. Don't spend that money when you first get it. If you're smart, you would stack more. Died 1,000 times in my sleep. Woke up 1,000 times still living. Good shit, man. Good shit. Good shit. Track 8, Heartbreaker. Lyrics have not been transcribed, so this will be a quicker listen because I can't go line for line. Here we go. Let's jump into track 8, Heartbreaker.
Conductor.
You build me up just to tear me down again.
I like how there's just been a couple samples.
Heartbreak, I done it again. I like you a lot in the moment, but baby, ain't no love in the end. I'm gone in the wind, no need to pretend. Only ever see me with a 10, sitting cute in the front of my Benz. She sent emojis with the kisses, triple X pictures. Hit her with the dick, now she addicted. The way she arch her back, it broke all laws of physics. I'm the one that she adored, but she just one of my bitches. Delicious, devil in lingerie, head game vicious. Sly, green-eyed, bad bitch, finessing niggas. DMs flooded with guys, lusting and touching them thighs. Lady on live, tell me she mine, but a slut behind. Closed doors, work her art with her clothes off. Fuck her till she can't go no more. She love it, basis of our relationship, no need to discuss it. In her mind, I'm her man, but she just a fan in public. And if I fall asleep in your bed, don't ever take a selfie. Don't be stupid, I'm playing the cards Cupid dealt me. Dice dancing like Dame Dash, spilling Belby. Deep in her belly where she felt me. Infatuated since she first heard my voice on the LP. She tell me she melt every time that I touch it. In her mind, I'm her man, but she just a fan in public.
She's just a fan in public. In my mind, I'm her man, but she's just a fan in public. Is that what he said? It's very challenging. Like, I've got to the point as a listener with most hip hop, not all of it. Sometimes it's just kind of hard to hear what they're saying or whatever. It depends on how they crack off their vocals. But I've gotten much better at listening and hearing what they're saying. But it's a totally interesting experience because it's really kind of fascinating in that a line will come through and the brain will register and go, yeah, I get it. And then here comes the next one and it's like, yeah, I get it. But it all happens so fast that I don't get it, but I do get it, if that makes sense. I think that's just part of the hip hop experience in terms of listening is there's words that are coming through and obviously they all have meaning and a lot of the words have double meaning and references and all this shit. And so you can spend time breaking it down. But also there's this cool aspect of it goes zipping on by you. And even though you can't process it all immediately, yeah, I get it. That kind of a thing. It's pretty badass. It's a neat subtlety to the art when it's done well. I mean, sometimes it isn't done well. And sometimes there are some guys, it's like, fuck, you're saying a lot, man. And I can't keep up. My poor little brain over here. It's like I'm the lone guy at the end of the conveyor belt that's supposed to be putting the boxes on the thing. And the boxes are just fucking, piling up on top of me. Let's finish this one up.
This is your steel engine, DJ Clyde, reporting live from your ladies' insides. Choo choo, baby.
Reporting live from
We just dropped the news on that brand new Rome Streetz and Conductor Williams Heartbreaker.
Oh my God.
Live on the Stroke-O-Motive Hour. Run that train. We got a caller calling in. Run that. Hello?
Where's Rome at? He blocks me on everything.
Hold on now. This is DJ Clyde. This is WTSP Radio, and you obviously got shit fucked up.
I love your music.
That's a good little. So the lyrics are getting all fucked up here. Looks like the music nerds have not put in their overtime today because the rest of the songs, the lyrics are not up, which is too bad. So we're going to have to shift over into just a listening experience, I suppose, which I guess is okay. I mean, I've really been spending a lot of time breaking shit down. But I will say, I wish I could continue breaking shit down because it's really good. One thing I'm not going to do, because I don't want to do, because it sucks as a listening experience for you and for me, is I'm not going to stop every couple of lines. I'm not going to do that. It just ruins the experience. So we'll let it play. Maybe I'll probably kind of talk over a little bit. If I hear a line come through that I really like, I'll probably like repeat it just to acknowledge it. But it looks like from here on out, no more lyrics. The damn music nerds, someone needs to get the paddle out. That's a paddling. You don't have the lyrics ready for a new album. That's a paddling right there. Yeah. All right, well, this is track 9. It's called 10 Toes. Conductor Williams producing. Drop it in. 10 Toes.
I love your music.
Conductor,
We like pretty faces, fat asses, grip a bent steering wheel, rock Cartier glasses. Looking for me, baby, you can find me where the cash is. This curve serving dope, now it's music to the masses. Rolling Stone, now I'm in Rolling Stone for my last shit. Never lacking, keep some hollows in the magnum. Shit get active, red flag, it ain't a fashion. Living fast, speeding to the funds, ho, what's happening? Got bitches like a sorority. First hoe I had down,
bitches like a sorority.
Paper is my priority. Got a socket to my pocket, baby, before you get that jaw to me. These hands only touch bins, slam bins, doors. Blow big ass smoke out the window. Sell dough, get dough out of bimbo.
That shit sounded so familiar to me. Something Benz and Benzos. Fuck, what is that from? That feels like a reference to something. Oh my god. Benz and Benzos, Benz and Benz. That's gonna drive me crazy. I've heard that before somewhere. I feel like that's a nod to something I've heard before. Fuck, Benz and Benzos. I'm gonna go crazy.
I stay 10 toes. These hands only touch bins, slam benzos. Blow big ass smoke out the window. Sell dope, get dope.
Maybe just kind of the way he said it, it sounded like something else.
One dip off the big, you might lose your wig. I never understood why they used to puff on wet. But when I heard folks spit, I said that's that shit. Only thing that ever mattered was who has weed. Word.
I stay 10 toes. These hands only touch bins, slam bins, doors. Blow big ass smoke out the window. Sell dope, get dough out of bimbo.
Honestly, that's the first track where I'm kind of like, yeah, it's okay. Oh, Jay Worthy. It's listed here. Jay Worthy. I haven't heard him.
Funny bunny niggas, ain't shit changing. Got my mama wondering if I'm gang banging, but I...
Interesting that it like cuts it right there. Got my mama wondering if I'm gang banging, and then it goes away. I was okay with that. Not a skip, but yeah, it's fine. No real strong opinion either way on that one. I think not having the lyrics up in front of me does have an effect on my experience with listening as well. Also, that higher pitch. There's a song I love by Rage Against the Machine. It's called Ashes in the Fall. Fucking banger song, especially the end. The end is so good. Fucking loud. De La Rocha is going off at the end, man. Ain't it funny how the fucking factory's doors close around the time the school doors close, around the time that 100,000 jail cells open up to greet you like a reaper. Great fucking song. But at the beginning, Tom Morello is doing this like really high pitched fucking on the guitar, and it hurts. I love the song, hate the beginning, and it sucks because it's like I want to just like skip through the opening portion so that it at least gets to the part where the drums drop in and goes. So kind of a similar listening experience there with 10 Toes, where Conductor's hitting this higher note, and it's just kind of like in my ear, just a little bit. Anyway, let's move on to track 10. This is called Connie's Revenge. Conductor Williams and Napes are producing. Rest of the tracks are pretty short, 2 minutes. The last song is 3.5, so we've got pretty quick bangers here to wrap this up, and then we'll have one final longer track. Anyway, track 10, Connie's Revenge.
Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem. Conductor, we have a problem.
Check. I'm a mastermind, slime made currency off my thoughts.
I'm glad there was some
peace,
drum
guard
beats
you
in
to
here.
death, and still be eating pork. I'm good though, don't need another friend, I need a Porsche. A money pile and a high-rise loft. These niggas lost the Ferrari car note with the coke course. My ammo was getting coke off, now I'm in Greece, strolling on the coast store. Proceeds of my dope thoughts. Used to hold a dose in my shorts, stuck in the force. Niggas think I struck my luck, but I was destined for more. I leveled all the way up, then stuck your neck in the floor. 50 bands next to the Kel-Tec in the drawer. We up on the score, just forfeit. The juice frostbit was in the coke pot with a fork. Now my focus.
I like how the production shifted over.
Out of Georges from living lawless. Was on some kick your door shit.
I imagine it's gonna swing back.
Pockets is poured. Now inside my mind is where you'll find a fortune.
Yeah.
Put some respect on it. Cuddy OD'd on the bag and now the rest want it. Chopping block, I put your favorite rapper.
Cuddy OD'd on the bag and now the rest want it. That's fucking
Put some respect on it, but now they wire big amounts. See my route switching. I had the fiends with the fro snout sniffing. By any
They
means,
blurred it right there. A little bit of blur on the production.
Damn, Conductor, where'd you find this?
This is tough. This is hard. I hope. I don't know. I mean, it is what it is, right? I just love getting into lyrics, and I think other people, I think you guys appreciate it too. I think you guys appreciate it when I really kind of dig into the lyrics, try and break things down. It's hard, obviously, to have it in front of me. That one I didn't catch as much, but the whole shit about a cuddy, I'm assuming that's some sort of like UK slang for a drug addict, crack addict, whatever addict. OD'd, and now the rest want the bag, or the rest of the bag. That's fucking crazy. That's crazy. You guys, you got to watch Trainspotting. Watch Trainspotting. There is, actually, now that I mentioned Trainspotting, the movie, I didn't realize, but he is kind of touching on things that the movie also touches on, because he's mentioned, like his nose is bloody from, blood in the boogers or whatever. There's just some shit, man. There's some ugliness. And Trainspotting, the movie, there's a lot of ugliness. But it's also people, it's just people. And it's their situation, and they're playing the cards that are dealt to them and stuff. So it's a slight parallel, very slight parallel, but it's there. Connie's Revenge was great. Let's move on to track 11. It's called 99 Attributes. No lyrics available. I wonder if it's on... Sometimes you can look here. No, I don't. No, it's grayed out here too on Spotify. I can't pull it up on Spotify either. All right, well, here we go. Track 11, 99 Attributes, and Conductor Williams is producing. First thing I think of with 99 Attributes is like your Madden football player that's 99 rating on his speed and catch and break tackle and all that shit. Who knows? Here we go. Track 11.
The fuck? Hey yo, diamonds in a long cable, palm angels, firearms, spray you, make pay and pray every day. I smoke anyone on your label. This pure cocaine, this shit came I married the game, got a K in a tailor-made suit. Racing a Mercedes space coupe, I'm redlining. Everything aligned, you can say it's divine timing. On time when he gave me 125 on consignment. I bagged it up on the cover of Vibe, grind was the assignment. Keep a Glock coach aside from my mind on refinement. My white boy, you light you niggas up like Luka Doncic. Rock the low high-tech suit, selling
He's been getting a lot of references lately. Luka Doncic.
Got now the wins in me casa. I made some paper, but I swear to God it's nowhere near enough. Trying to run it
Made
up
some
like
paper,
Warren
but I
Buffett,
swear to God
Elon
it's nowhere
Musk.
near enough.
Ball off, child, New York's foul, get knocked off and talk a brick of soft with broad gang shit or fallout. Actions speak louder, the softest nigga is all mouth. Got more plugs than a power strip, I never saw drought.
Actions speak louder. The softest person is all loudmouth or something like that. Is that what he said? I already forget. That was a good line right there.
I trapped for loot, they thought I wouldn't never make it far. I went from back of the paddy wagon to foreign cars. Life is ill, $100 bills cover my scars.
$100 bills cover my scars.
When you feel there's just no way out.
And it's just going to jump right into the next one too. I love it. It's something that helps with what he just said there, right? $100 bills cover my scars. That helps me calm the fuck down about my rant earlier about, these guys just pissing all their money away and stuff like that. Yes, it's true. If you make a lot of money, you got to go enjoy it. Yeah. I'm not saying stick it all in a vault, 10 feet underground or something like that. But I just don't want people to waste their money. If spending 50 grand on a car that you love is what is fun to you, great. As long as you love it. When people post their pictures of their garages and there's 15 cars in there and each car is 300 grand, I have a harder time buying into. You know, like you can only drive one car at a time. You got a couple vehicles, cool. Especially if they're different. You know, you got a truck for this because you're gonna, go do that, whatever. But I don't know. But it does help to hear him say, $100 bills cover my scars. That's not the greatest solution, It'd be nice to go through a process of healing the scars. Sometimes that's not an option. Sometimes it is an option, and you just don't want to. There you go. Right? No, I'd rather just go drive my expensive car around. Although, it's funny, I said $50,000 because that's expensive to me, but that's like the normal price of a car these days. It seems like shit is going crazy in terms of prices. The other thing, too, for me is with expensive cars, I would never want one because, okay, well, what am I going to go? Go on the freeway and drive the speed limit? Because if I go 2 miles over, the cop's going to definitely fucking pull my ass over. I can't park it anywhere. I'd be scared to death to park it anywhere. Basically, expensive vehicles only bring me stress, honestly. I like my beat-up piece of shit vehicles. Beat-up piece of shit is my style. And I take it out to the desert and unload my dirt bike and go ride with my son. That's what I want to do. Anyway, it just helps. $100 bills help cover my scars. Kind of helps answer the question a little bit in my mind when my brain freaks out and goes, why would you do that? Because I'm trying to cope. Oh, okay. That's fair. That's fair. Let's move on to track 12, which is called Joe Pesci. Great actor. God, fucking, The Irishman. Was he in The Irishman? Yeah, he was in The Irishman. I want to watch that again. I think it's only on Netflix, which pisses me off. Obviously, Goodfellas, Casino. I love that he did Home Alone, as the fucking one of the wet bandits or whatever. My Cousin Vinny. Oh, fucking legendary movie. I love that movie. It's a great movie. Anyway, here we go. Track 12, Joe Pesci.
Conductor. Look. Hey, yo. Check. Hey, yo, always known to go for mine and strike hard when the iron's hot. Save the guap, don't trust clients even if they buy a lot. Survival shit, it don't take a cold heart to fire shots. I ate Peter Lugers and slop, they put inside the slot. Monetize moments of my life, now I'm a rising stock. Niggas vibes, giving me vibes, she trying to ride the cop. Shot the door open, now it's closed, no time to find a lock. Me and China navigate the road and the grind is rock. If you know, dirty dough stack on the low. Playing big pun toe to toe, my Cuban links glow. When the family feud, the ship sinks slow.
God, he's just going again, just tearing off.
That I got paid to mention. Shot the pig, then the side of slit. Black fist. You ain't who you say you are. You niggas catfish. Your brain ain't on the same.
You ain't who you say you are. You're catfish.
Magnum in a stash under the mattress. One night I saw a God in my dreams. He told me make a wish. Then I woke up. The smartest man knows that he don't know much. Married to the game, but then we broke up. My new bitch way richer. So what?
The smartest man knows he doesn't know much. Yep. I was thinking, who was I? I don't remember who I was talking to or what it was I was thinking about, but there's a curve. I forget. I'm going to give you guys no information. I don't remember who I was talking to, what I was thinking about, what the subject was, the name of the curve. This is all just useless information. But there's a curve that's associated with starting a new thing. And so, let's see if I can do it on the camera here. You start a new thing, right? And it does this. Your curve does this. And then you kind of plateau out. And then it drops. And then it goes up. And the whole idea behind this curve is that obviously when you start doing something the first time and you're learning, you get better. And then as you're going and you're getting better, you start, oh yeah, okay, I'm starting to get it. And then you reach a point of knowledge where you start to understand, oh shit, I don't know anything. And you essentially regress because you understand how little you actually know about this thing that you're pursuing. And then you start to climb and actually get good. And it's really fascinating idea, and I think there is a lot of truth in it. I think it's pretty accurate, because initially when you're learning something and you start to figure it out, yeah, okay, I'm starting to get it, you know, the beginning stages, but you haven't realized the depth or the complexity that exists within the thing. And then once you start getting good enough and start seeing the depth and complexity, then you realize, oh, fuck, I'm just a beginner. There's a lot more to this that I got to understand. And I already forgot the lyrics. That made me go on that little rant. Anyway, there you go.
If you don't have my money for me, I'll crack your fucking head wide open in front of everybody in the bank. And just about the time that I'm coming out of jail...
This is Casino.
Hopefully, you'll be coming out of your coma. And guess what? I'll split your fucking head open again. Because I'm fucking stupid. I don't give a fuck about jail.
Conductor.
Yeah, that's Casino. And then Robert, gets all pissed off because he threatened the bank. All right, here's another quick one. This is track 13. It's called Electric Slide. 2.5 minutes. No lyrics. Let's just drop in. I guess we're just kind of doing a straight up listening session at this point.
Conductor.
Love the guitar here, and then going over into these keys a
I'm in
little bit.
overdrive, ain't nothing stopping this run. In my pen, I got the spirit of Pac and Pun, no wrapped in one. Yeah, plenty came before this, but after none. A bunch of unimportant niggas yapping they gums, ain't saying shit, rapping in tongues. My Mac weighs a ton. Aim and give you and the bums in your group some. Product of the city I grew from. Moving plenty product in the city, produce funds. Addicted to the game, me and the cutties is both strong. Me for dough, them for dope. In the end, it left us both numb. Keep a bad bitch bankroll and a ghost gun. Both eyes on the gold, Gordy gold on my throat hung. Obnoxious, got the top spot hostage. Just dolly dipping the brush in the paint blotches. Electric slide, your work stepped on. Teflon. Charged up,
So the electric slide is like I think it's like a country dance line thing, whatever the fuck you call it, line dance.
Running through the bands like I won a marathon. Vagabond, regarded as the vanguard. You ain't star, you a tag along. Once I realized how to use my wings, then I flew. How I made it this
Once I
far,
realized
niggas
how to
ain't
use
having
my
clues.
wings,
Arguing with screws. Now Japan currently my views. Spending currency with different views. Different countries I'm dipping through. Guarding the physical, that'll shit on you. Electric slide, your work stepped on. It's Teflon. Charged up, I'm in my best form. Turn my hard luck to bucks, now the money long. Chrome Magnum when the gun is drawn. Electric slide, your work
Magnum
stepped
when
on.
the gun is
That's just
drawn.
Teflon. Charged up, I'm in my best form. Turn my hard luck to bucks, now the money long. Chrome Magnum when the gun is drawn.
Conductor, we have a...
All right, this is the final track. This is called Resource Room. Sorry, not Rescue Room. Resource Room. 3.5 minutes. I was thinking about, as we're getting to the end, just the style of this album and how it's just track after track after track after track. And the way Rome just fucking... He doesn't let up. It's going to be a very... I was thinking it's a good thing, honestly, that this album is basically a half hour. That's a good thing. Because if it just kept going... One thing I am starting to feel like... I feel like some of the style of the album... It is starting to kind of blur together a little bit. There's not a lot of wild variation from track to track. Everything's kind of in the same lane, which is fine. That's not necessarily a problem. It would be a problem if the album was long. 33 minutes of this, okay. 45, 50, 55, no, you'd need a little bit more variety, I think, to pull that off. So I do like that the songs are quick. It all fits into this lane of relentlessness, never letting up, and especially with each track punching in one after another, just fucking bam, 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 bam. It fits that style well. But if the album ran longer, I don't think it'd work. That being said, this final track, Resource Room, I'm hoping it's a little different. It'd be kind of nice to have essentially a bookend on the finish of something that just breaks the mold a little bit. We'll see. There's no lyrics up, but we'll find out. Here we go. Track 14. And we got Conductor Williams and Max Theodore is also producing here. Resource Room. Final track.
Conductor, we have a...
I'm already liking the lighter note here. A little bit of the echo in there too. Lightens it up. Oh, he's even hitting it higher.
Top Chevy in an old school Porsche. I've been off the porch, I've been at the force, I've been on the court, you've been on the snort. I've been on what you been on the more. Got views from the top, but I've been on the floor. Styling on you niggas like I've been on before. She love me down, I put dick in the hole. We got money now, we up on the score. She love me, she love me now.
I like that some of his vocals are cracking off this echo stretch.
No niggas in my spot. Turn a couple of crumbs to a cinder block.
Like this little break right here.
I'm in the class all by myself. I'm a special kid. I see no one when I look around.
Yeah, this is a good closer energy in my opinion. Slows down the tempo a little. Yeah.
Also.
Oh wow.
No one more about
we're
Jelko.
changing the channel or some shit. Oh cool. We just go into this other totally different beat.
On the floor, bet it all. Now he top of New York. If it ain't the guap, then I ain't stopping to talk. Knock it off. Lately, I'm who they all watch and applaud. The new superstar used to keep the ox in his jaw. Now I'm flexing hard, this ain't the luck of the draw. Of course, like 4 quarters, I know she had to change. They ain't believe. Thought that I wouldn't
Like 4
elevate. Now
quarters,
look
shit
at
has
me.
to change.
Grew out of the dirt, I'm a money tree. I'm out of the reach, I know misery loves company.
Out of the reach, I
They
know
ain't believe. Thought that I wouldn't elevate, now look at me. I grew out of the dirt like a money tree. I'm out of the reach, I know misery loves company.
Oh cool, and it does another beat switch. And I just cut it off. Why not? You know, why not? Great album. This is tough for me because I love talking about lyrics and going through it, obviously, but I feel like some of these albums like this, I feel like even my talking about it, it's like it just makes it, makes it worse. Like the energy that exists in this kind of thing, 14 tracks, 33 minutes, songs are 2.5 minutes. They just drop right into the next. Bam, 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 bam. Even though I love sitting with it, talking about it, trying to break it down, understand it, it's very disruptive to the core structure of what this album is. And so I've said this before with other albums, say it with this one. I'm really looking forward to listening to this uninterrupted. Just let it punch through. Because you can tell by the way this album was put together, you can tell it was designed to just punch through. Just bam, 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 bam. No let up. And what's cool though too is, even though it has this element of relentlessness, it's not like like a Ken Carson or a Playboy Cardi, where everything's just being blown out with sound, and this isn't overwhelming as a listening experience. It's intense, it's full throttle, but it isn't like, oh fuck, stop, I need a break type of a thing. It doesn't feel like that, at least to me. Maybe it will without interruption. Maybe it will feel like that. I don't expect that it will. I'd be kind of surprised if it felt like that, honestly. And the closing track, Resource Room, they did a good job. That was good. I was actually thinking, I wonder if it would have made more sense to flip it. Have the first half be the back half and have the back half be the first half. I don't think it matters that much. But having it conclude on these kind of like lighter, echoey notes rather than just cut like that. The cut could have been the switch to the beat. Anyway. Cool fucking album, man. Rule 4080 is like just confirmation bias overload for me, right? They're saying the things I already believe is true. Yay. But Ricky Bobby was great. Fuck, it's hard to put him. Heartbreaker I remember enjoying, even though I don't think there was lyrics. I think that was the first one without lyrics. Yeah. Oh no, that was the first one without lyrics. But that one was a really good. He was saying a lot of stuff about just kind of relationships and shit like that. Perception, how he feels versus how they're perceived, how he feels versus how they're treated, all that kind of shit. 10 Toes is the only one I didn't put a check mark next to. I remember enjoying Connie's Revenge. Yeah, good shit, man. Method Man did a great job on his verse on Ricky Bobby. That's right. That's why I mentioned Ricky Bobby. Method Man. Yeah. Yeah, good shit, man. Good shit. Kind of. And on a production level, too, pretty consistent in sound, but not, to me, not boring. It's not like it was the same thing over and over. It wasn't. It was the same style, which I think is important in terms of like an album cohesion type of thing. Definitely a throughput with style on the production side, a throughput of style on the vocal side, lyrically. But also at the same time, I mean, he's talking his shit and he's bragging and he's flexing, but also, there's some, Rule 4080, of course, obviously the one standing out there, but he said some shit, I can't remember off the top of my head now, where it's not all just a bunch of bullshit shit talking, There are things to hear in this album. There are things to chew on and consider. Which is also impressive in a somewhat relentless style of album. Yeah, okay. Okay, that was good shit. That was a great introduction to Rome streets for me, I feel like. And a good time spent with Conductor Williams and his style, too. I feel a lot more comfortable. Now I think, Kiss the Ring, that's definitely on the horizon. And what's the other one, too? I think 10, but I forget who. Is that West Side Gun? I can't remember. I know I did read that Rome, he's signed with the Griselda guys. So he's part of that whole label or group or whatever the fuck you want to call it. Anyway, all right, y'all. That was fun. Take care. Part 2's coming up right after this. We'll see ya.